Marisa, one of the challenges sometimes when we are looking at Africa is that we talk about it as if it's a country. In many cases, some people, don't realize we're talking about many countries that have different needs, different stages of development, different forms of, sources of, minerals and so on and so forth. Which countries at this moment, in your assessment, are better placed to work better with the U.S. at this juncture to realize some of the objectives of their own countries and perhaps overall benefit the continent of Africa?
So I would highlight three in this. The first one is Angola. So we've seen Angola since 2017 move away from its closer ties to China, even though it still owes it a lot of debt, and really nurture very close relations with the US. And this eventually culminated in a visit by then President Joe Biden to Angola, the first time a sitting US president has ever visited the country. And of course, Angola is trying to develop the Lobito corridor, which currently runs through to the DRC. They're looking to expand it to cut through Zambia as well. This is a very important project for the US because if it had to take off to the stated extent, it offers the shortest route to get the DRC minerals like copper and cobalt, which are critical for the energy transition, out through the Atlantic and to the US. And it's absolutely essential also for the US to reduce reliance on getting minerals from China. Angola is a very willing participant in this, and I think that the relations between the two are going to be fine going forward. The second one is the DRC, also with a very strong Chinese presence. President Tshisekedi is actually looking to dislodge that and really wants closer ties. He's lobbying hard in Washington. He's been doing so for the last 2 years behind the scenes. And then the third one that I would highlight is actually Mauritania. We know that there's been a lot of unrest and instability in the Sahel region, and Mauritania is really a country that, again, has tried to nurture close ties with the US. It's also trying to dislodge China in favor of the US. And what it would help is it would help the US to have a kind of security presence within the Sahel region, which is now quite hostile towards Western involvement. And of course, those are the main three. And of course, there's always South Africa to think about as the most advanced economy in the region. I think the US and South Africa will continue to have a very tense relationship going forward. I don't know if the US can ignore South Africa entirely just because of its oversized role on the continent. But those three will be good, and then South Africa remains to be seen.